Hi, I did a live stream on this, but it wasn't really good, so the audio was really wrong. So I'm gonna make it really quick. Go over every one of these ultimate on Paladins, just saying how it is and my opinion of it, and you can decide yourself if it's good or bad. But this is current Azaan patch, so it might change whenever you watch this. But this is I'm trying to do this in instead of going what the power it is right now, it's what the kit provides. So. Yeah, I'm gonna also as well favor in if you watch this tile list, I will favor more like communal, like stuff that makes effects of more people. Just single target stuff and something that buff your own character is gonna be nerfed, and stuff that kills instant kills one or more person is like decent, but still stuff that really provides team effect bonuses is the most preferred, at least in kits. It changes in patches and everything, but generally speaking, that's what I'm feeling for it. So let's go over everyone, and let's start with the first one, which is the lower tier list. We have four pieces here, and one of it is Moji. I don't feel it's good. It's one person. It's really hard to hit, and it's really hard situational to finish off people. Dredge, very easy to sidestep, very hard to kill people with it. You can target someone who stands around in silent, perhaps, like Jaggeroth using her ultimate and stuff. But there are other means you can do it, so I don't really particularly find it useful. Buck, I don't like his screaming. I don't like he doesn't really it doesn't really give him much. I mean, what he's struggling with is dealing with more than one person because he doesn't have enough fire rate or penetration enough to get through every other person. So I would like to have a bit different kit for him. I don't really like it at all, and I feel War is more used for escape, not rather finishing people off. Lex, very situational. I don't think it's good enough. I think it's a quick way, but it's really easy to block and it's easy to just escape, and it's also a skill shot. So I don't feel it's pretty good. Luna and Torvald, I find those both of them to be very situational. Depends where you are, what map you're playing, and who good people you're playing against. And then we have Ruckus, which firing a lot of rockets at everyone, but easy to target him down once he stands still, and it's very easy to dodge all the bullets. I don't find it particularly useful. Jaggeroth, you can also the same as Ruckus. It's a bit stronger because you have longer health, but it only targets one person, but it's easier to get one kill at least, so it might be higher up on the list, but I feel it's bad. And then we go for the flashbang. I mean, yeah, it's kind of good, but it's very situational, and usually Strix is in way defense line, so it's usually just against a flank or something. You can use it in the middle of the fight, but you can still fight, and it doesn't really last that long for the blindness to get away, and you can also get resilience away from it. Makoa healing up and dealing damage. We have too many mobility heroes, so it's very easy to dodge it. This one, I don't. Yeah, this was Terminus. Well, it's good enough. I feel it's a bit better than Makoa, just because it resurrects you. You don't have to worry about your health. You're just dying and you just resurrect. Easy counter if you're playing Androxus, and there's a lot of other stuff you can also do. It's very easy to not getting killed by this because there is always, when you know there is a Terminus dying, you can always escape. I feel Barracks one should be higher, but it's very slow to pull up and it's very easy to just pull him off out of it. Tyra, yeah, it's same as Buck, it's just a bit more reliable. I don't find it very useful. It's still good because you can still deal a lot of damage from a lot of multiple people, but yeah, find it a bit lackluster, to be honest. Vivian, a bit higher than Tyra, just marginally better, but I think she's better because it's you can keep it on afterwards if you survive the round or something, and that counts for a lot because you can activate the ultimate whenever you feel for it. So it's a bit better, but still, it's a meh ability. Koga, yeah, he is also something you shouldn't dying off, and you have a lot of mobility. If it's slowed or crippled you when you do it, it would be way more useful. But at the current state, no, it's not really good. You can just sidestep it and just kill him when he come up. Koga, no, not Koga, Sin. You can use mobility for it, and you gain 30% back, so that's good. But it's also very easy to kill once you use it. But it's like a finisher for bigger targets, I guess, or something you want to finish down. So it's decent. It's still meh, but it's decent. And Tiberius is very easy to counter as well. Once he's done with his jump, and you can just time his shot, and you can easily finish him down. it's a bit mobility, so maybe if you get trapped, then you can do some team kills, I guess. Going up on the battle list, we start with Rome. He is pretty good. I mean, he might be higher up on the list. I'm really sure of this particular direction. It could be like mix and haps. I don't know, but you have Rome, and yeah, he breaks shield. He's pretty strong. He's pretty good ability to just remove the area of effect or the stuff that just clean up the area, provide a tiny little stun, just enough for the teammates to finish off. It's a bit more communal to just using than the other one, even if it doesn't kill them. It's just pretty useful just to clear the area. And Leon, well, it used to be better once he had like the damage immunity, but she's still like 50% damage reduction, which makes us strong to use it, and it's finishing off a bit. It's the same with Lex, but it's more like consistent on her kit, I guess. That's why I'm feeling it's a bit better than Lex. Talos, very useful to travel around, killing off flankers and stuff, and killing off people in the backline, just jumping in, killing them, or if you have the point, you just jump in and knock everyone off the horses. You shouldn't use them when you start the game, by the way. That's a mistake. Many people do that, but yeah, you lose yourself as well. Even if you come back, you have to walk the entire way. So yeah, I don't feel it's particularly useful to use that for that, but still, it's a decent ability. Drogus, it could be lower, it could be higher, depends who plays it, but it's pretty good against Asan right now, as he is pretty godlike, right? You can't really do anything against him, so having one guy that can just instantly delete him is good, but it's usually just a trade when you play against better players. If there is someone dying to Drogus, they are getting the Drogus are getting wrecked afterwards because everyone just gangbang up on him. So yeah, whatever. I don't feel it's that particularly useful. The barrage stuff from Octavia is pretty good. It's solid one. I think it's kind of like the same as Viktor, but it's a bit less useful than Viktor. It's like an area you clear. You can sidestep it easily if you want, unless you're in a close quarter, but still you should be able to avoid it. But it's still a very good zoning ability. I'm talking about Kinessa. Once you see a Kinessa going in for headshotting and everything, then you should run. And it doesn't last that long, and it's not really particularly powerful. You still need to hit the target, and if people is mobile, you can still miss. So yeah, it's good. It's okay. Plus, I guess it's still on the good side. Androxus, it's good. It's the same. I mean, it's reliable, but still, you can easily be killed while you ulting, and you're not really dealing that much damage anymore. So yeah, it's decent. A bit more reliable because it takes AoE damage than Kinessa, I guess. It's how you look at it. You could be, I don't know the how everyone is aligned up. And you have Con Grab, easy to grab out people, throw it out. I think it's a bit more safe than using Drogus, but it's a skill shot because you need to hit people and they can block with it, whatever. So yeah, it's situational. If you're playing at people know how they're doing, how they should protect themselves, it's pretty easy to block it if you know what you're doing. Willow could be lower. I mean, many people don't like the ability. I think it's particularly good because it's like a zoning ability. Once you go up and you hear a Willow screaming, everyone is running inside, and that's just clear the area. If there's some snipers and something who focus them or looking up in the air, they waste time looking for the Willow. So still, it's like it's making a screech. A screech is actually an advantage because people are like paying attention different places. Even if it's the same as Drogus, I mean, you can do whatever all the time. And if people ignore it and you're doing it in a team fight, you can prompt down damage and, yeah, pretty much wreck the entire team on your own. The dragon as well from Imani is pretty good if you use it in a correct situation. It's very easy to deal with this. You can just delete Inara and the dragon disappears, and a lot of flankers do that. There's a lot of flankers that can also do that all the time, so not particularly useful. It's still okay. It's not the best, but it's still pretty good. Fernando, staying alive. If it was only him that stayed alive, I would push him down to the bottom tier, I guess. But he can increase everyone around him as well, and that makes up for it if you're doing in a team fight. People just do it once you are like very low on health, but as long as you're under 1500 HP or you have like close to it, you can use it. It just depends whatever is around you, and it can turn the tide of a battle if you're using it correctly. But I think it's a bit short duration. It doesn't heal you anything as well. So I think it's a good ability. It's not the best one, but it's still a decent one. Atlas one, taking away 1 target or 3 targets if you hit everyone. Or more, I'm not sure. But still, taking away people during a fight is very good when you're fighting team fights. And he is usually up in the front when he's playing him. So it's pretty good. You can win the team fight, killing off the other one who is not banished, and you can just focus fire the one who's left. And it lasts for a quite long time, but you can take resilience to adjust it. So it's still good. It's not just like uber good. Shalin, you can really do some nice plays with him, and it's also very good just to get like people are terrified once you use it if they are looking for him everywhere. And it can like lead to people going for buying Illuminate and wasting a spell slot or a slot for something else they can pick there. So yeah, I think it's still good, but it's not really the best. It's just a solid ability you can use all the time. And then you're going Eevee, going in Snowball, and just racking up everyone who's tried to doing anything. It's a pretty good for her kit. I don't think it's a very good significant one in total, but it's very good for her kit, and she can easily kill something. She can also make distraction. She can even use it in team fights as well. So and it cripples very good against people that are reliant on movement ability, especially flanks. So it's a very good finisher for flank, playing anti-flanker. And yeah, a lot of other like healers as well. So it's a good ability. It's very solid. You can pick off people with it. So without a lot of skills investment in it. So, and then you have Sky. Since Sky can move around invisible and just throwing out stuff, it should be easy to hit at least one or killing 1 or 2 from it. And at least the minimum thing you get from it is at least zoning. So I think it's pretty good. It doesn't really make the top 4 because it's really, or the top tiers list, because they can easily just distract, go away from it and stuff. And usually you shouldn't kill that many during a game with it. You can do some with if the players are very bad, but usually it should be easy to just escape. And then we have Ashe Ultimate. It used to be worse, but it's been improved in the latest patches, or like the last years. Once you can use the ability to stun as well. The problem with this, you are staying alive for a long time, which is really good. But the problem are you can easily be knocked out of it. So it doesn't really, if you get just knocked out by anyone, you can easily use the Luna one, or Torvald just pushing you out. So it can be a counter ability for everyone. And there's a lot of people that has the ability to push people off, knock them out. And if anything, you just ignore her and yeah, come back and killing afterwards. So it's good, but the stun can be really, really good. Just stunning people and killing them off with if you do it with a well-timed time attack. Inara, same as Ashe. I think it's absolutely the same. It's just a deal damage, and it's easier to pull off. It goes faster off. Or does it? It's kind of the same. It's really hard to pick those two together, but you can use it if you jump up in the air as well with the wall jump. And yeah, it's very good. You can use the target everywhere in the field, so you can stun if someone fighting someone on the side. You can just throw it there. You can use it whatever you want. So it's a very mobile ability. I pretty like it that much. I mean, it's one of the reasons to pick Inara. And then we have the really good Tyre. I just picked Viktor here. He wasn't good Tyre, but it's pretty strong one. You get back whatever you don't use, and it's very easy to kill at least one with it. So it's a certain kill, and it's very easy to pull off. It doesn't really require a lot of strength or skills, and it's very good to pick off squishy targets. So I think it's a really good ability just to picking off targets one by one. And if you have 5 versus 4 and you just, or 5 versus 5, and you pick off the healer with this ability right away, then it's perfect. And it also creates zoning because everyone just escape. So, and we have Bomb King's ability, pretty good if you're just throwing him. I think that's one of the reasons to play Bomb King is because of his ultimate. You can really change the game with the correct play of this, but it's still a decent one, I guess. I mean, it could be even better, but still, it's pretty strong. The stun is the most incredible stuff with this. Also the damage, but the stun is pretty long range, so I think it's pretty good. Meev. I wasn't certain to put her on good, but yeah, actually, because it targets everyone around them, so everyone get blinded. Since a communal spell, I mean, like a lot of people get affected by it. It's pretty good because you can use in combination of other ults. You can use in combination with flanking. You can use it in team fights, and it could be like changing the team fight. It's kind of the same as the flashbang, but it's much more reliable, and it's over everyone around you are blinded and limited the sight. So yeah, I think it's a pretty good one. Generous ult, much more easier to pull off than a lot of other ults that go directly to an area, because you shoot between everything. You just go a straight line, and it's very easy to pick off target with it. So if you time it correctly, you can just use it for counter every other ultimate. Like you can take rockets out, you can take dredge out, you can not dredge out, you can take terminus out. Once you get back, you can target Yogg if he's trying to do stuff. You can, yeah, there's a lot of people you can focus on. Drogus, once you hit the target, it's so many people you can just instantly delete and with this ability. So it's really easier when you know how to use it and when to use it effectively. You can also get a lot of kills just in the start of the round, getting like 5 versus 3 just right off the start. So yeah, it's a pretty good ability. Cassie's ult, a lot of people are finding it on the bottom of every tile list I play, but it's a really good ability. Knowing where your enemy are is absolutely crucial, and it's very good. If you are a good team, you can really take advantage of it. If it's a bad team, you will at least know where the enemy are, so you can at least change accordingly to where to put the pressure. And it's very hard when you're playing with casual people that really don't communicate. Then you can easily just use this ability and everyone will see where it is, and everyone gets the effect. Even if Cassie die, you still get the effect. So it's pretty good ability. It's a really good ability. I've also find this one to be particularly good. It's the Corvus ultimate, and it really does shine very well, as it's just remove everyone it zones very well, nicely, and it's also very good for deleting tanks. And it's absolutely amazing to use it for point capture and different stuff. I mean, you can use it all over the place, but it's really good as a tank killer. And so many immobile characters, like we have Jag and everyone running around, and Rom and everything, you can just stun him and stuff and just using it on him. It's a pretty good one. It's a pretty good one. And then we have Buck, no, not Buck, but Grog ultimate, which could be even higher. I mean, it's really good ultimate. You can use it all the way because you're using Grog as a main damage dealer, or it deals a lot of damage. Very easy to deal damage with Grog. So you get it very, very often, and it can really change battles. It heals and it deals damage. It's hard to hit them because you have high mobility. And you boost speed on everyone. It's just like amazing ability. I really just gonna put it up in the top spot because it's such a good ability. We're gonna put it up here. And then we have Grover's ult, which is going in for a heal for everyone. It's a bit stronger heal than Grog's heal, but it's really good. It heals a lot of people. He's very good, and you can use it in every team fight. Just pop it up and just spread love. It's an amazing ability. It's really hard to die once you ult with the Grover. When someone ults with the Grover, you should really try to counterplay or wait off the healing. Then we have Pip's ult, pretty good. Evil Mojo, just popping it in can really change the game. Hitting a good ult with Pip is the reason to have Pip on the team. Even if there are better options as healers, or like semi-healers and healer damage and something, there might be better. I think Pip is underperforming champion right now because it's so big-headed and it really is to hit headshot one and doesn't have a lot of health, and yeah, he doesn't really have a lot of stuff. I mean, yeah, he has decent amount, but this ult is fantastic. It can really change the game. The same goes with Series ult. You can really change the tide of battle if you just throw it in a perfect spot. It's kind of easy to block if you know it's coming. But usually people use their ability to escape, but it is too late, and then they get dragged in and they don't have any escape ability as well after they've done it. So if you combine it with a lot of other ults, like take Janus ult or yeah, Sky ult, and everyone have one ult that really works well, or one ability at least that works really well, or just firing in where everyone are captured. You can deal a lot of damage, and you can just delete half of the team, or even the entire team with it. So it's a really good one. It's one of the reasons to have Ceres on the team, even if Ceres is a good healer, but she doesn't really do much unless you are healing constantly. I mean, you can do something with her, but on higher tier list, you really should go healing with her. No flank Ceres is a thing, and it still works pretty accurately. But then it's even better if you're going with this. So yeah, it's an amazing ability. We're taking Maldamba's ult, which is also the same as the Pip ult. I mean, in kind of how it changes the game. I think this is even better because it stays on and it just scares people, terrifying them. And they are like, it's a really good ability to just use all the time when you need to take the point. You need to do something to get people off. You can even get people to fall off the map, and it's an amazing ability. Absolutely insane. Then we have the Jing ult, and the Jing ult is superb. You can use it forever. It's global. It takes the entire map, and you can also teleport towards your last. I think it's last clone, or it's where your party are. I'm not really sure. At least, yeah, I played Jing so many times, but I don't really recall what it does. But at least it's really good. Just the healing alone is amazing. And you also have the teleportability. At least wherever you go, you just go. So you can use it right off the spawn. If you die, teleport in where you was and just continue doing whatever you want and just healing. And yeah, it's like a Talus ult, but it just in the same time you also provide healing. So amazing ult. It's one of the reasons to pick Jen in my opinion. And then we have Furia, which I think is one of the best ultimate in the game. Perhaps the best. I'm not really sure of the direction of these one because it's very situational which one of the best of them. But the Furia one is always solid. There is absolutely nothing you can say against it. It really makes you impossible to kill for a few seconds. It also gives you a lot of movement speed. And it also gives you healing, so whatever you want to do. I mean, it's just ridiculous. At least if it's not the top, at least it's top 3 or top 4. So there we have it. This is the older one. We also have 4. It's not on this list here because this is an old version. But we have Vatus one, which one is teleporting in. I think it's a decent one. It's like a good one because you can easily just teleport in and kill someone in a straight line. It's a very good initiative ultimate, but it's like, yeah, you can kill someone, but it's also dangerous if you don't hit the right target and people can stun you or something, and yeah, you're getting caught up in the wrong direction. Could be good, could be bad. You can always kill just one. That's just the best scenario. You shouldn't hope to kill more on the same. So yeah, it's a good one, but it's just between meh and good, just in the middle here, I guess. And then we have the Sati one. Yeah, the Sati one is decent. I think it's in combination of Cassie's ult. I guess it could be good where you know where people are when they have low health and something. It just shoot through walls. So it's like a weak version with 3 shots from Janus ult. It's decent. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on meh, top list of meh. I guess it's doing what it should do, deal a bit more damage, but it should be easy to dodge it. You should be easy to just when you know you're playing against Asati, you shouldn't be like standing whatever she's doing. I mean, whatever she's doing. When you know where you are, you've been fighting her and you're trying to escape and you know she has the ultimate, you just try to run. It's more like a finishing one between walls in my opinion. So yeah, it's high meh. Decent. And then we have the last one, which is that what's her name? I don't really remember. The jumping lady. Whatever her name is. I haven't played her that much, but she has an amazing ultimate, which I think is really good or game breaking. Perhaps even at least really good in the top tier of the really good one. Because she's just giving health to someone and it's become immortal for a few seconds, and the same goes for her. And it also heals 75%. So yeah, it's a lot of people. You can just save one instantly. So it's like a Fernando ult, just it does you heal at the same time, and it also affects you as well. So yeah, it's a pretty good one. It's a pretty solid one when you're fighting in team fights, to use it on a low HP character, especially if you do it on a tank or something. Just want to keep it on for longer, and you can keep it in combination with a lot of like if you do with other one who use their ultimate and stuff, and they need more health. Perhaps they need health to survive. They're using their ultimate, and like Ruckus and stuff, and Makoa. It doesn't really matter. And then we have the last one, which is the new one, Asan. And I feel Asan is a bit. It's a good mobility ultimate. It doesn't really do much. It knockbacks a bit and it deals more damage, and you can go up in the air and you can get a bit healed, but it doesn't really do that much. So I'm gonna put it in like yeah, the low good, perhaps in the middle of the meh. It works very well for him because he gets so much mobility from it, because he also have the other mobility, making him almost impossible to shoot off the map, and it also makes him impossible to. I mean, he can be everywhere because of that ultimate. So in terms of kit, it's a really good ultimate. In terms of a pure ultimate, it's a lackluster one. So yeah, we can put it in the middle of good. Just throwing it out because for Asan it's a very good ult. For everyone else, it's just yeah, it's there. So that was my list of the Paladins ultimates. So I hope you liked it, and please like and subscribe if you want. So I'll see you. Bye bye.